lover. One love.
Let us not pretend for a moment that Leonardo IIZUKA is some youngster who's appeared out of nowhere, who's stumbled into the World Table Tennis Championships and accidentally got a match with Wang CHUQIN. That would be a complete act of disrespect towards a super young player. He's the outsider, but he's high quality. In the first round, he beat Olajide Omatayo 12-10-11, 7-11, 8-10, 12-11, 5. Tough match, he won it well. He's based in Germany, he plays for Ochsenhausen. That right there is an enormous badge of honour. Anyone associated with that club is top class. He's just signed a 2-year extension with them as well. So they know they're onto something special with him.
He's top 10 in the world for his age category. Remember that. Taking Hwang Yo-tsung, a left-hander, trying to follow in the footsteps of Wang CHUQIN very, very closely at the World Youth Championships. Quick, he's agile, he reads the game well. He possesses a lot of power, but so far Wang CHUQIN has been able to handcuff him, especially in the serve-receive.
Wang CHUQIN beat Nadan Naresh 11-6, 11-4, 11-2, 11-4. American dispatched in straight games.
Love 6.
It's not a surprise at all, the start we've seen here from Wang CHUQIN.
Fascinating that you touched upon the fact that he's playing in Ochsenhausen. That's where Calderano's been playing for a long time.
Love 7.
What a model to have in your national team.
Yes, we might say Ugo Calderano a little more quietly around Wang CHUQIN, considering what happened in the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Wow, yeah.
He's probably quite keen to dominantly beat a Brazilian player
7-1.
right now, isn't he, Wang CHUQIN?
Yeah, and that's safe to say.
Seven, 2.
Little signs now we're seeing from the young Brazilian.
He's proven to himself here that he can win a couple of points. Let's see if that boosts his confidence.
Two, 8.
I've seen a lot of videos on social media. You know, pro players choosing their dream player. You know, which player has the best shot of each category. When asked about the serve, Wang CHUQIN picked himself.
Well, you've got to have confidence in yourself if you're going to go all the way to #1 in the world, if you're going to win 7 world titles. He is here to win the singles world title. That's the one that he's chasing, and he's got 8 game points here for the opener.
With side spin to deal with there, curving closer and closer towards his body. What about that for a wisping winner?
10-3.
That's my favourite shot of Leonardo IIZUKA. His backhand Chiquita. It's a really short one. Produces a lot of side spin. Very, very wristy shot. Be very relaxed to play that. Good finish.
YouTube プレミアム1億以上の公式楽曲が楽しめる音楽サブスクも
as well.
11-3. Game 2. Wang
3. The opening game secured by Wang CHUQIN. Strong start from the #2 seed. Now we'll see what response we get from Leonardo IIZUKA after the opener.
Time.
一位巴西选手。
He'll certainly have heard that familiar chants of his adoring fans, Wang CHUQIN.
Game 2, IIZUKA to serve. Lava.
Posed the odd little problem here and there for Wang CHUQIN in the opening game. Can he do it more consistently now as game number 2 begins?
Love 1.
It's almost uncontainable, that forehand of Wang CHUQIN. Look how straight his arm is when he plays it, a lot straighter than European players. It's a big
1
stroke,
all.
yet he's able to recover so quickly. You'll barely ever see Wang CHUQIN play 2 backhands in a row. He'll pivot and look to get that in as the point ender.
That. 1 all.
And he can do it even off a barely attackable ball. That's one of the scariest things.
2-1.
Right idea from IIZUKA. If you're going to go long with conviction.
Young
1-3.
Leonardo IIZUKA had one of the biggest moments of his life at the Pan-American Under-19 Championships in September of last year in Peru. Won the Under-19 singles, team and men's doubles titles, all in the same event. Fantastic accomplishment. Said it was the start of a turning point for him. He'd had some health issues over the past couple of years. He hadn't been getting the results that he wanted. 2024 was, particularly the second half, was his big transformation.
That. 2-3.
Yeah, that's a real breakthrough moment, and I think one that he's thoroughly deserved.
He went on
4-2.
to the World Youth Championships at the end of the year in Sweden to take 2 bronze medals in his last time playing at that level in the under-19 category. Partnered to Thiago Abiodun in the boys' doubles and also finished 3rd in the singles. So the trajectory is excellent for him.
5-2.
Maybe this is the kind of match that is about 4 or 5 years too early, but is a great learning experience at this stage.
Well, we've seen younger players defeat Wang CHUQIN at big events. So no, absolutely right, Ollie.
2-6.
We've got some impressive youngsters at these championships.
Let's shout out Benjamin Faraji.
Thought you might mention him.
He defeated Wang Yang, the Slovakian chopper, yesterday in 7 games. Imagine you got to see a chance to see Wang CHUQIN take him on for the second time.
2-7.
It's been interesting for Wang CHUQIN. You know, a win record in the 90% margins. Mixed emotions at the Olympics. And then after being
7-3.
defeated by Morgard there, had a real purple patch. And then that resurgence at the finals in Fukuoka, winning that event, winning the champions in Chongqing. He's back again now. Credit to him.
8-3.
And he is very close to a 2-love advantage. A young man from Jilin City in the northeast of the People's Republic of China, one of the oldest cities in that part of the country. It has a little in common with Doha in that it had a huge role as a shipbuilding centre in the 1600s. Doha with its own maritime trading history and the dhow boats that are still lining the coast. As he's lining up the points here, Wang CHUQIN, 7 game point opportunities.
11-3, game 2,
Well,
Wang.
it's exactly the same margin as we had in the opener. 11-3. He's well on the way to a nice quick victory here, unless Leonardo IIZUKA can really rapidly turn this around. Tough match for the young man. There's no shame in that. He's taking on a great. CHUQIN, the #2 ranked player in the world, behind Lin Shidong. Ugo Calderano right over his shoulder, as was the case at the World Cup when Calderano beat him in the semi-final stage.
Game 3, 1 to serve, Lava.
Game number 3 about to begin. So far so good for Wang CHUQIN.
1 love.
Just looking very secure, very untroubled, very unconcerned.
Yeah, imperious on the table, relaxed in the mind.
1 all.
What I will say though is, I'd be very surprised to see another 11-3. I think this game might be a little bit closer.
2 1.
What can IIZUKA do to maximise the strengths that he has in a match like this that is so fearsomely difficult?
Well, he has all the shots required to beat Wang CHUQIN. It's a question
1
of timing.
3.
焼肉ザクダレ、今日はどっち派？塩だれガーリックはガーリックとごま油の香りでしょ。
You have the composure in real time to go for the right one.
And that is where
2
it's very
3.
rare for anyone at that age to have all of those pieces in place.
Benjamin Faraji did very well at attacking and then slowing down the game, then blocking, playing actually with slightly higher trajectory
3 all.
balls. You don't want to try and go toe-to-toe, pace for pace against Wang CHUQIN, because that's training pace for him. You've got to constantly disturb the rhythm. Look at a couple of players that have beaten him. Anders Lind shows more regard. Scandinavians, very,
4
very good
3.
at disturbing the rhythm, jamming up the opponent, being tricky, being elusive, subtle. You have to be subtle. I think that's the key characteristic you have to take on a Chinese style.
You said you didn't expect it to be another 11-3 game. You expected it to be tighter. Absolutely the case. Very positive this from Leonardo IIZUKA.
Five, 4.
Made that backhand flick again, nicely as well. But Wang being proactive, refusing to get stalled by the spin, making that compound movement to get the forehand in again. Oh, it's amazing.
5 all.
Right off the bounce, finishing with the inside-out forehand. That was impressive, Ollie.
One wonders if maybe, just maybe, Leonardo IIZUKA has loosened up a little after those first couple of games, has started to almost play with that lack of pressure that one wanted him to play.
5
Can you imagine
6.
if he's got that?
Going for the bar in the back. No, that's it. I think he's just been humbled. He's been humbled early on in the match. And now he's playing with a bit more freedom to his game.
7
He's a very
5.
enjoyable young player to watch, and certainly it will be exciting to see where his career goes over the next few years. he can look at someone like Ugo Calderano as evidence of the fact that it may take a little time to find your very finest form. But once you find it, once you work it out, anything can happen.
8-5.
Wang Chuqin is only 3 points away from having the third of the 4 games required.
Gorgeous counter. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see IIZUKA in the top 30 in the world. I'm really impressed with him. He's even got a few nods out of Wang Hao. You're doing something right. You're able to do that.
Didn't look right at that point, didn't he? But still comes away facing 5 game points.
Punished for something he didn't even do wrong. Where on earth is the justice in that?
It is
11-5.
Game
Game 2.
for Wang Chuqin. A closer contest, as the gentleman next to me anticipated it might well be. Better outcome from Leonardo IIZUKA, but just one more required for Wang Chuqin. 11-3, 11-3, 11-5. He's nearly there. More to come, much more to come. Sun Ying Sha is soon to be in action. And this does not look like a particularly easy prospect. Pyeongseong, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, awaiting. Most intriguing. We've got such a great day of table tennis action. We're thrilled to have your company wherever in the world you're watching from. Thank you so much for being part of this most prestigious occasion in the sport, the World Table Tennis Championships. Yes, day 3, maybe doubles day, but we can just about find the space
Game
to
4.
pack in some blockbuster
IIZUKA to
singles
serve.
matches.
Love on.
Added value for you as well.
オイコスタンパク質は取るだけじゃなく吸収しないと意味が
Let's go to game number 4.
Love
Just to add
1.
a little bit spice-wise into the context of this match. It's especially important that Wang Chuqin makes a statement here, keeps a squeaky clean record until he meets a major threat.
Two
Because of course,
love.
remember, Xue Fei was eliminated in the first day of play by Hiroto Shinozuka. So Team China already losing one of their 5 stars on the men's side. We've got to tighten the screw.
2-1.
Remember, we're going to have a new champion here. If history's to mean anything, Wang Chuqin's the favourite despite being world number 2.
2-all.
From history to future, what about him? Where will his journey take us? It will be exciting to find out. This we consider the early stages of the narrative about Leonardo IIZUKA. Still, most of his experience out there has been on the junior circuit. He recently played in a youth contender event, for example, in Berlin.
4-2.
But there's a lot to be said for these sorts of experiences when you're a young athlete. You go away, you reflect, you learn, you analyse, you think and hopefully not overthink. That's where a good coach comes into play. No doubt he will have enormously enjoyed the experience of taking on Wang Chuqin. Good call now to bring the timeout into play. But one imagines he'll come away from it thinking, yes, I like this chance. It's not going to be the last chance. I will be back and do this again and win.
Se estiver assim atrasado, é difícil deixar curtinha e ele cobre bem em cima da mesa. Uma bola difícil de jogar. Tentar ficar um pouquinho mais perto, tentar agredir, tentar um flip, 20 aqui. Pode até abrir subir um pouco mais, não tão rápido, não tão forte para entrar em jogo, mas aí tu tem que seguir o jogo, sequência, tá? Tem que torçar que, pra mim,
giving the guidance to Leonardo IIZUKA.
5-2. Two, 6.
Wow. Goodness.
IIZUKA had absolutely no idea that serve was going to come long to middle. He was bamboozled.
2,
You know what a
7.
good coach like Thiago Monteiro would say? They would say, it's not the big things that you're doing wrong, it's just the little things. It's quite a sad thing
8-2.
because so many young players go astray because they believe it's the big things that they're doing wrong, but they're probably just overcomplicating the little things.
8-3.
I go back to my previous life as an educator, as a teacher of children, and one of the things I believed in most strongly was always ask the question, what are you going to keep the same? Just what are you going to change? Because otherwise people can get into a very negative mindset. They can think that they're always doing something wrong. When actually, a lot of the time, they're doing most things right. You just need to make a few small adjustments.
You can end up getting the yips. We call it the yips, don't we? And a lot of people, when Wang Chuqin was struggling, thought that, you know, Wang was getting the yips, but he wasn't. It was just a psychological block. Even the world number 2 has had his struggles.
But he's close to the win here.
4-9.
Little reminder of what this teenager from Brazil can do. It is now the moment
10-4.
for Wang Chuqin to end these dreams of a huge upset for Leonardo IIZUKA.
11-4. Game and match to Wang. Wang wins 4 games to
they
0.
hoped for and that they believed would happen, and indeed there was never any sign it would be anything but a comfortable win for Wang Chuqin. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to the world number 2. 11-3, 11-3, 11-5, 11-4. He has beaten Leonardo